In one quiet but striking moment of teaching, Jesus Christ spoke a sentence that has echoed across centuries.
Foxes have holes, and birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head.
At first glance, the statement seems simple. It sounds like Jesus is merely describing his situation as a wandering teacher, someone traveling from village to village, sleeping wherever the night happens to find him. But the deeper meaning of this statement reaches far beyond physical homelessness. To understand it, we first need to notice the imagery Jesus uses. He points to the natural world. Foxes have holes, birds have nests. Even the smallest animals possess some form of security. A fox may roam through fields and forests during the day, but when night comes, it returns to its den. Birds may spend hours flying across the sky, but eventually they return to their nests. Nature seems to provide every creature with some place of refuge, a small corner of the world that belongs to them. There is a rhythm of stability built into the natural order. Venture out, return home, rest safely. But then Jesus contrasts that pattern with his own life. The Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. The phrase, Son of Man, was one Jesus often used to refer to himself. And here he presents a surprising picture. While animals possess homes and shelters, the one proclaiming the kingdom of God lives without that basic security. Why would Jesus say this? The answer becomes clearer when we look at the moment in which he says it. Just before this statement, someone approaches Jesus and tells him, "I will follow you wherever you go." It sounds like a sincere declaration of loyalty. But instead of welcoming the follower with comforting promises, Jesus responds with a warning. Following him will not necessarily lead to comfort. It may not lead to stability or social security. It may not even lead to acceptance. In fact, it may lead to the opposite. This reveals something essential about the path Jesus was inviting people to walk. The pursuit of truth often requires letting go of the things that make us feel safe. Most people build their lives around stability. We seek homes, careers, reputations, and communities that give us a sense of belonging. These things provide structure and predictability. They tell us where we fit in the world. But the message of Jesus frequently challenged those structures. He spoke about a kingdom that was not defined by political power or material success. Instead, it was defined by transformation of the heart. And that transformation sometimes demands sacrifice. To follow truth wholeheartedly can mean stepping outside the expectations of society. It can mean questioning systems that others accept without hesitation. It can mean choosing integrity when compromise would be easier. For many people throughout history, the pursuit of truth has come with a cost. Philosophers have been exiled. Prophets have been rejected. Reformers have been misunderstood. Those who challenge comfortable illusions rarely receive immediate approval. In fact, they often experience the opposite. In this sense, the words of Jesus reveal a deeper spiritual reality. When someone commits themselves fully to truth and purpose, the old definitions of security begin to lose their power. A person may still possess a home, a job, or a place in society, but they no longer treat those things as the ultimate source of stability. Their identity becomes rooted in something deeper. This is the paradox of the spiritual path. Outwardly, it may appear uncertain, but inwardly, it produces a different kind of security. The life of Jesus reflects this paradox. Throughout the Gospels, he moves constantly, from Galilee to Samaria, from villages to crowded cities. Some communities welcome him with enthusiasm, others reject him completely. Religious leaders question him. Political authorities grow suspicious. Crowds gather one day and disappear the next. From a worldly perspective, this life might seem unstable, yet the Gospels consistently portray Jesus as calm, focused, and unwavering in his purpose. His sense of identity does not come from location, possessions, or approval. It comes from alignment with a mission. And this may be the deeper lesson hidden within his statement. Foxes and birds find rest in physical places. Their homes are defined by geography. But the one who pursues truth must learn to find rest in something greater than circumstances. A person whose life is anchored only in comfort will constantly fear losing it. But a person whose life is anchored in purpose becomes far harder to shake. That does not mean the path is easy. Jesus never suggested it would be. In fact, his teaching often did the opposite of what people expected from religious leaders. Instead of promising wealth or success, he spoke openly about sacrifice. Instead of promising power, he spoke about humility and service.